AEW Collision. This is going to be our show. If we have to skip reviewing Dynamites to review Collision for the first little while, that's what we're going to do to make sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we can promote and bring you guys Collision and just support this show because there's so much. Like, dude, the I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but CM Punk did an ESPN interview before it came out the day before. Wade Keller and Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer all tweeted out and all wrote on their shit. Punk's gonna have heat. The word is that this is a bad interview, and Punk is gonna and it's not looking good. They're already doing what Hairline said they were gonna do. He called it. Hairline said, "Yeah, I'm pumped for Collision, but it's just gonna be these guys making shit up." And Punk's interview didn't even come out, and they were already saying, "Oh, it's causing drama with several talent." Whenever these people say several talent in AEW don't like what Punk said, they're just talking about the elite. We all know this. You know what I mean? Like, that's who they're talking about when they say several talent. Like, it's just anyone they don't like. Thunder Rosa's in the ads. Anyone they don't like, who they're scared will actually smack a motherfucker for being a goof. They're just, we'll send him to Collision. Yeah, Andrade's back. Oh, go figure. Smacks fucking Sammy Guevara for being a goof, and look what happens. He's fucking here, sent to Collision.
What did he slap him over?
Pardon me?
What did he slap him over?
Just like talking shit and like and Andrade was just like, "Look, man, I'm all for working, but like," he saw him, and apparently he told like this is what happened. Tony Khan and them talked to Andrade. They had to talk to him and were like, "If you smack him, we won't punish you. Like, we're not going to fire you." So Andrade smacked him. I was like, "All right, I'll fucking smack him and go home and get paid." Like, what the fuck? You're not going to fire me? All right, let's smack the shit out of this guy. At least if they were like, "We're gonna fire you," he might be like, "Oh fuck, maybe I won't smack him." But no, he's like, "All right, smack this guy." And Eddie Kingston slapped Sammy too. I don't care what anyone says. He's a fucking that guy's what I don't get into. Watch All Access. And yeah, that's all it was. Is that Miro signed a huge deal. He realized this is all ridiculous. Wouldn't tiptoe around the Bucks and shit, and he's on back all of a sudden back on Collision. Like, they have no idea how bad and how obvious they just made all of this out to be for themselves.
And
like they, yeah,
man, it's all like, dude, he just like he could be like their main heel,
dude.
Yeah, it's just so dumb.
Listen, hey, Orange Cassidy, 24 title defenses, 29 singles matches in a row victory. Hey, people go, "Oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Cassidy can work." Imagine if Miro. This all I'm saying. Imagine if Miro had 27 title defenses this year and is undefeated in 29 singles matches. Imagine if that was Miro. How much more over shit would be, how much better it would be for television. They're fucking idiots, man. Anyways, yeah, and it's just stressful. So we're going to support the fuck out of Collision, you guys. Like, we're supporting it. Like, that's our show. That's our AEW show. I don't care. We're not going to do the WWE AEW tribalist thing. We're going to do the AEW versus AEW tribalist thing and turn this into a real ruthless aggression era Raw versus SmackDown, Collision versus Dynamite type shit. Yeah. That being said, Saturday.
Oh man,
Saturday night's all right to fight. Sorry, guys, I'm still sick. So
you've been sick forever,
dude. I can't get rid of it. So
yeah.
People are shitting on the theme song. Elton John. People are shitting on it online. Like, what do you think, man? Elton's the GOAT, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Hold on. What are they saying? They're just
people are just like, "Oh, this song doesn't suit this show. Like, why would they pick this song and stuff?"
Oh my god!
It's like, because Saturday night's all right to fight, you bitch, you bitch ass bitch. Elton John slapped the fuck out of you. Anyways, Collision. Yeah.
No, hold on. I agree. Elton John is one of the GOATs. Continue.
For sure, dude. So Collision live from Chicago, the United Center, Punk's hometown. Some people too were going, "Ooh." Well, we'll get into it after Punk's promo. But they had a big house, and some people were like, "Oh, Punk talking about selling out the buildings, but there's only 9K people there." It's like, okay, dude, Dynamite sells like 3K tickets. He sold like 3 times whatever. Like,
God, I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth, but can we just be happy that fucking AEW is doing good?
yeah, they're doing good. So,
And that's me. I just said
aesthetically,
that.
Hairline knows I'm a mark. I love the stage. I love the red ropes. I love the plain mat with no fucking little writing on it or anything. The canvas.
Uh,
I love the everything, the logo, the fucking the apron they used. It'd be dope if they put like maybe like a red apron or something like that, but that's fine. I love that the announce desk is behind the ring, and I love the music. I love the match card graphics. I love the match card graphic music.
what else do you love?
The production is super nice on the show. At the beginning, during the first match, Wardlow Lucha. I'm not gonna jump ahead and get into that, but because we want to get into Punk's promo, but I did notice a bit of clunkiness of the fucking production, like the way the cameras were kind of like they were fucking up. Someone was telling them some wrong shit, but throughout the rest of the show, completely flawless. I love the commentary team, which we'll dive into more throughout the show or this review. And yeah, everything about the show, I was like, dude, this is my fucking show.
Yeah, man, you were excited.
Dude.
I don't know, man. It's just like I was telling you off pod, outside of like the CM Punk shit and Andrade, how was this any different? You know what I'm saying? I guess technically we could say that Wardlow and Luchasaurus wrestled extremely different.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying?
we'll
Outside of
get
that,
into that. Like that's why it was different because somebody
like
backstage told Lucha work like
right, but
this,
like
dumb fuck, and then he did, and he
yeah, yeah,
listened.
for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But at the
And
same breath, like
yeah,
how is like Tony and fucking daddy ass scissoring any different than Wednesday night though? You know what I'm
well, it's
saying?
not, but that's like here's the thing. That shit
Yeah,
is
you know,
over as
I
fuck
get
on
it's over. I'm
Dynamite.
just saying, you know, are
I,
they exclusive now to the Saturdays?
no, they're not
They're still
exclusive. They're pulling a AEW's pulling a WWE and they're insulting our intelligence and they're just only going to leave certain guys split and then they're
oh,
gonna
okay.
like
Yeah,
you notice
okay.
Samoa Joe in interviews, he doesn't hug Tony when Tony tries to hug him. He just shakes his hand and walks away like a man. Okay, that's he's gonna be on Collision more. That's why they sent him to ROH. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like it's all the people who don't tiptoe around. Um, uh, uh yeah, all the people who don't tiptoe around and they're gonna be just sent to fucking Collision, and that's I'm fine with that, bro. Let that happen. Like,
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just like I'm not shitting at it. I'm just
how
saying
was
like
it different?
I'm a
All the
mixed
reasons I
public.
pointed out at the beginning, bro. The aesthetic, the production. It felt here was the apparently after Collision, the talk backstage was apparently everyone was really pleased with making it different and stand out from Dynamite. Right? Like that was the backstage talk of the morale of AEW was high after Collision. Like we did it. We made this a different thing. It actually is different. So I don't know. I think we're going to see more and more of it. And I rewatched Collision and it's a banger show. Like objectively, man, I tried to go into it like let me nitpick it the second time around, and it was so few things, which we'll get into in the review. But sorry, what were you going to
Yeah,
say?
for sure. Oh no, I was just saying. Let's get into the CM Punk.
Right. So see, they open the show. Of course, you have to open the show with CM Punk again. Look in my eyes, and the fucking crowd erupts. There were some haters in there, which we anticipated. Imagine buying a ticket to fucking going to this Collision show, though, knowing it's like Punk show and you showed up to hold
In
up a CM
Chicago.
Junk sign. Like, I get like, oh, it's Monday Night Raw, and I'm gonna hold up like a fucking Lesnar sucks sign because that's like it's a consistent. But you know, like this is
Yeah.
Punk's show, and you paid money to go. Like, you really hate him that much, you Mark? No, you don't. You were crying too when you got home. It was the best night of your life. Anyways, so Punk comes out. Mans is the GOAT. Mans literally came out with the real world's title and a fucking extra pair of boots. Punk was ready and he comes out. I don't know if we should play the promo. We don't even got to play it, man. He comes out and he goes, listen, some of you tell me when I'm telling lies. And he's like, some of you fucking hate me. Some of you love me. But the reason all of you react to me is because I'm the truth. And that is facts. Yep. The truth is uncomfortable. The truth hurts. The truth makes you think things you don't normally think about. It's just like medicine. Might taste shitty, but it makes you better. Punk makes wrestling better, period. I'm the truth. He goes,
Yeah, man.
he goes, tell me when I'm telling lies. You can call me your hero. You can call me Pepsi Phil. You can call me CM Junk. But do you want to know what David Zaslav calls me? The guy who fucking owns, the guy who runs Warner Discovery. You want to know what David Zaslav calls me? One Bill Phil. He didn't even have to say another thing. He didn't even have to say anything else. He didn't even have to say anything else,
Yeah, man.
but he did. But he did. Sorry,
Dude,
your
and
thoughts.
the other thing I want to point out here, man, is he pointed out that this is the wrestling business.
The
Keyword there,
business.
business.
The busyness.
The other word, yes, exactly. And the other word he highlighted was growing ups, adults.
Grown up adult wrestling business. Notice that. Tell me when he's telling lies.
Tell him the other part though, the counterfeit buck.
Oh, and then he goes, yo, listen.
Yeah, the punchline.
He goes, yo, listen. And all the marks are crying about this on Twitter. They're like, what does that even mean? You know what it means, bitch. It means David Zaslav has called Phil on the phone and said, and called him One Bill Phil. And I guarantee you, David Zaslav has joked about counterfeit bucks too. And he goes, you know what I mean? I'm here. He goes, I'm drawing houses. I'm the authentic thing. I'm the real deal. Unlike these counterfeit bucks, or however he worded it. You know, I'm the real McCoy. I don't got to fucking fake the funk like these counterfeit bucks who don't pop ratings, who don't draw houses. Let's be honest. You know? Whatever, we won't get in that, but they and people on Twitter are like, what does that even mean and shit? And it's just like, I quote tweeted and said it means Phil got them $1 billion deal. That $1 billion TV deal they just got was riding on fucking CM Punk returning. And guess what it wasn't riding on? The Young Bucks, who like to shoot their money in the air and killing the business, bro. And they ain't drawing a goddamn dime. Yeah, and that's what that means. Now, I'm not anti-Bucks. I think they're good for wrestling too, and I think that, well, maybe this last year they've shown maybe they're kind of do more to hurt the business of wrestling than
kinda.
But yeah, you're right. See, I try to defend them still. Like I'm in that. I'm always still gonna be. Mark. I know, and it's like you always call me out for it, but it's like I'm still like, well, you know, like they are a good tag team. Like I would still love to see them and FTR fight one day or fight the Usos. Like I would still love that, but it's just like fuck. They really are crybabies, man. I'm sorry. Like, and so what else does CM Punk says? He goes,
crybaby as fuck.
He goes, yo, he goes, listen. I understand, like,
listen.
I understand I make people uncomfortable. I understand I might have hurt feelings or whatever. And he starts giving an apology, and he does sort of a Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor's famous for going like, you guys, I just want to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. And that's sort of what CM Punk did. He's like, look, if you feel I owe you an apology, then I'm standing here as a man right here to go, I'm sorry that the wrestlers you like are softer than you. Ooh.
Right. Yeah, man, pretzels. Mall pretzels, really. Dude, pretzels at the mall.
I couldn't believe, dude. And this just shows
big body.
And everybody going,
Punk
Punk is being hypocritical and he's being a baby. You guys, he literally tried to reach out to the Bucks. He tried to reach out to the Buckies, and what did they do? He tried to call them directly, and they sent him back a letter from their lawyers saying, do not contact them. You guys, you're wrong.
Little girls.
If you're defending the Bucks, you're wrong. It's that simple. You are wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I'm wearing an Orange Cassidy tee right now. Hairline's roasting me for it. Orange Cassidy is like my least favorite thing on TV right now. I was wrong about him. I thought it was going to be, I didn't think he was going to be so force-fed down throats. I thought he was the guy who doesn't care, and he's just like this silly character, sports entertaining me. I'm okay with it. But then they took it seriously and did mimosa matches and did 29 title defenses when they got guys like fucking Hobson doing fake TMZ. Why isn't Orange Cassidy
I have an idea.
being the fake QTV guy standing in the background just not caring? Instead, they're trying to make him serious. This is what I mean, and I'm even wearing his tee right now, guys. So it just boils down to fucking if you defend the Bucks, man, you're in the wrong. And we all know it now. Meltzer is already on his show trying to undermine fucking Collision, bro. People are tweeting about it, like, just saying like
Right.
their review of Collision is the worst review ever. It's the most like lackadaisical. Like they don't want to admit how great this was. Half-acid fucking review. And it's so that and it's because Dave and Alvarez want the fucking ratings to fail so they can schmarmily smile at each other,
No shit.
and fucking do a Hairline and Excalibur sharing milkshakes and fucking say, we told you
Hey.
so. We told you so. That's all they want to do. So Punk basically says, Hairline's like, why am I catching strays? What the fuck did I?
Listen, man. Jericho's invited to those fucking milkshakes now too, bud.
Yeah, and so, 3 straws. We're gonna need 3 straws. So
Yeah.
Punk goes, look, I got the real world title right here. Do you want to know why I brought this belt to the arena? It's not because I had the best dog collar match, 5 stars. It's because I won the dog collar match and I put the asses in the fucking seats. He said, I'm sure you guys want me to put these boots down and I call it quits right now. Guess what? Until somebody can pin me or tap me out. Like real shit. I ain't going motherfucking nowhere. Get used to it. Boom. Drops a bomb. Collision starts. I'm yelling at my TV screen. I'm fucking so excited. It's the best.
That, man.
Yeah. Best promo in wrestling in fucking since Punk left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The War Dog, Wardlow versus Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. We mentioned earlier, this match was it was really good. Someone told Luchasaurus, hey, don't do flips, don't do spinny kicks, fucking work like a big guy, slap meat with a big meaty motherfucker. And Luchasaurus listened. I don't know. What did you make of this match before we get into the finish?
I think fucking Wardlow's gonna break his goddamn neck, bro. He just does a lot of unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like this was a very slowed down and paced match on Luchasaurus's behalf. This was the first time, like what, 3 years AEW's been going. The first time in 3 years that Luchasaurus wrestled properly for his character.
Yeah, and Jesus. So someone clearly talked to him backstage, and that's awesome. So
yeah, wouldn't it just be Christian? Right?
Well, he's been with him for a while on Dynamite, and he ain't listening clearly. I think on Dynamite they just do whatever, and I think Collision they're going to keep it more tight knit and like, no, listen, psychology. Don't bury what's going to happen in the main event, things like that. So, I just wrote, the finish was a huge swerve. I think everyone thought Wardlow was going to win. The TNT belt is buried beyond belief, but I like this match and it was way better than I thought it would be. This was the match I had the lowest expectation for on the show, and it was a great match, I felt like. And Christian holding up the belt like he won it is super key. That's great character work.
Yeah, that's awesome. I loved on commentary how Kevin was all like, "But he only won because of Christian," and then Nigel was all like, "We all saw it, Kevin. Time to move on."
Yeah. Yeah, man. And this commentary was great. And some people online were like, listen, Excalibur washes Kevin Kelly when it comes to match readings and shit.
Facts.
No, that's not facts. No, they're like, listen to how Excalibur. They're like, listen to how Excalibur fucking reads the matches compared to Kevin Kelly. It's like, but it's not. It's not. No. No, I retweet
every single.
No, I quote tweeted it and I was like, yo, yeah, one of them's a professional sports broadcaster who's not yelling into a microphone that's an inch from his fucking mouth. So, and he's actually telling us the matches in a coherent, concise way where I can retain the information. And the other guy's just going like this, speed reading like a fast fucking kid yelling into a mic that's right in front of his face. And he's just going, oh, AEW Dynamite. And he says 10,000 things and you can't even retain the information.
Hey guys, how awesome is this?
So
I got a sock over my face.
Buddy Matthews takes on Andrade next.
That cut.
And I wrote, this match is a fucking banger.
Both guys were selling body parts. Imagine that. Buddy was selling a knee, and Andrade was selling an arm. They're both selling a part. And yeah, I don't know. There was just,
Psychology.
psychology, man. And it led into the finish of the match, where Andrade locked in the figure four. Woo! Shout out Ric Flair, and then locked in the figure eight, though, bridged it into the figure eight. Shout out Charlotte. And that was awesome. I popped really hard when he went into the figure eight. It was brilliant. And I just like they were both selling body parts, and it fucking fit into the match. You know, there was like a cartwheel moonsault spot. I like that. And when they went to the commercial break and picture, they had the doctors checking on both guys. And I had tweeted out, yeah, I was like, man, like, how smart is this to just like, what are they going to do all their good spots and kill each other during the fucking commercial like they do on Dynamite?
Nope.
I've seen people take table spots on picture on Dynamite. You know, it's like what?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So it's like these guys are they're smart. They know how to work. I love this. And then I wrote the after match angle was chill too. I popped hard, but I just want the house rules shit to go away. Like, I love House of Black.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of that goofy house rules shit and establish. How about this? Andrade, Rush, and Jericho versus House of Black in a they earned a title shot match. How about that? Not a fucking, you know.
I don't know, man. I don't think the spooky shit really fits in with all the serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just takes you out of it. Like, I was just like, oh, this was such a good match. All this psychology, and it's all like, oh, spooky shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same with Bray Wyatt. You know, it's just like, it reminds you that you're watching AEW.
Yeah. So up next we had Rusev, Machka,
Rusev Day.
It's Miro comes back. Miro Day. He wasn't with Lana, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Dude, he came out. The pops he got were fucking enormous, man. They wanted him back so bad. It was Miro Day in that bitch. And he fucking showed up, man. Crowd was so hyped for him. I wrote, this is fucking epic, and this is what he's supposed to be doing, just squashing fucking marks again. I saw that.
Hey, man.
Listen. What?
He didn't squash him, though. That was my complaint about this match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they didn't go 50-50, though. No, he didn't squash him, but he beat his ass. Like, it was.
No, and I get it, man, because it was his return and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, like, take away from that. But it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, isn't this guy technically like a joke? Like
well, not really. Wrestler? Tony Nese is like pretty. No, he's not a comedy wrestler. He's like pretty serious, and he was in WWE serious, and yeah, he's a guy. He's like the prime athlete. Now he's with Mark Sterling, who's a joke. But that
was my assumption.
No, but their whole gimmick is that Arya Daivari, him, and that Josh Woods guy are like, they're in a 3-man group together, and their whole shtick is like, we're premier athletes. Like, we're, you know, so then Sterling's like a goofball, but Sterling's not a comedy guy, or he's a comedy guy, but so that the other guys don't have to be comedy guys. Like, Jade wasn't a comedy girl. She was with Mark Sterling. She's not a comedy person, you know? So,
okay.
Yeah, you know, like it's like I get what you're saying, but Nese isn't a joke. But I get why you would think that, like, you know, like from what you've seen of him.
Yeah,
you know, I understand. Yeah.
Me personally, like, not the fantasy book Mark, but I would have just had fucking Rusev squash this guy, like,
me too.
Strong, like, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I also get that it was like his return, and he wanted to get a bunch of shit in and just be out amongst the crowd, and yada yada. But you know, can't win them all, right? But yeah, break down the rest of the match.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just wrote it was a good match. It was a great match, and I thought it was good for Miro's return, and he didn't go 50-50 with the guy, and he whooped his ass, and the crowd popped huge for Miro. Miro's back. I can't fucking wait, man. Put a belt on Miro. Like, imagine if Miro was on a 29 match streak instead of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Was it on pod or off pod? You were saying, like, oh man, I hope Lana pops up with him.
Might have been on pod. Maybe I can't remember, dude. We talk so much wrestling, but
yeah.
It's so funny. Like, people don't. Our DMs could be recorded and put on a show. It's the same shit we're doing here.
That's why we started. Yeah, so we're fucking.
Up next, though, we had the Outcasts. Yeah. And they're taking on Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale. This is my note. I wrote whatever. And even though
Amen, brother.
yeah,
You love the Outcast.
I wrote Sky Blue's best match to date. I wrote I love Willow, and this was a good match, but I don't really care.
I didn't care at all, man. How was I supposed to be invested in this? This is what I was saying, bro. Like, how did this match didn't feel anything different than I would see on Dynamite or Rampage? You know
right, but how is it supposed to, like, they're working with the roster they have, right? Like, how is it supposed? This is where they're making the biggest mistake, is making Dynamite and Collision. Like, this is where they make the biggest mistake, is that they've been having Dynamite and Rampage stories overlap. Like they'll pay something off on Rampage that happened on Dynamite, but no one's watching Rampage. Now they're going to start doing that with Collision. Like, they paid off some shit on Collision that was going down on Dynamite, but they don't get that. Like, people aren't going to care about that. Like, real quick, you got to just split the brands and do 2 different shows. I'm telling you, because the Dynamite shit, because that's how the Bucks and these guys, they're going to sabotage this show by Tony's going to go, well, we only have these guys, you know? But, like, I'm telling
you. Do you need more time? I did. Like I was saying, man, I just can't wait for Jericho to pop up on this show.
Yeah, like, once he sees the ratings, and he's like, oh, shit, they're actually doing something good.
Tony, you know what it was like next week's episode plays better.
I have an idea.
Versus CM Punk.
I'm gonna face CM Punk, and I'm gonna beat him for his world title in that bag for the real world title. And then we're gonna have 2 champions.
Take his boots.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give his boots to Sammy.
I have a great idea. So
it's not even funny because, like, here it comes.
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
So up next, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass come out. They were over as fuck. Max Caster just, comes with the bars like he does, popping everyone.
Yeah, man, Punchline City, dog.
And then
what did he say about Trump in the documents?
I can't remember. It was he hit H1 made me pop. He went y'all hid in a way like Trump's documents or whatever the fuck he said, he was like, yeah. It was hilarious, dude. So they were over as fuck. They just cut a good promo and we're basically like, we're here on Collision, bitch, too. Like, we're gonna be here. What's up? Acclaimed, So then up next there was an epic Jeff Jarrett package.
I love how you just passed. You totally did. You passed over Tony, Daddy Ass, and the Acclaimed. The quadruple scissors.
I mean, whatever. They do that every show. Like, it was great shit. They got pops.
This is a serious show. This is real wrestling. Meanwhile,
yeah. Well, no, dude. This is real wrestling, bro. This is WWE.
Yeah, that was super real wrestling to me. Tony.
So you don't see that you don't see that something like that happen. Yeah, that's sports entertainment.
No. It's 100% WWE. I completely agree with you.
This show was the perfect blend of sports entertainment. It wasn't just indie matches. It was sports entertainment to me.
Nah, I was just pointing out you brushed completely over her.
Well, they say the same shit. What's Daddy Ass gonna say? Oh, then Tony gets in on the scissor. Word. We all popped. I popped.
Because they the Acclaimed. All right, continue. My bad.
Top of the chain. Okay, so then we had an epic Jeff Jarrett package. I liked it. Was a serious package, but he's like, we're gonna do a concession stand brawl or something. Whatever.
Yeah, man. That was a match. Yeah. That was a match for. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You already know.
Of course.
His dad made that match.
Yeah, I know. So. And then up next, we had an epic trios match. CMFTR come out. They're super over. I don't know, man. Joe and Punk, when they got in the ring, the pops were fucking huge. People saying Punk's scared of a chop from Hangman. Fucking Punk was eating the most deadliest chops I've ever seen from Samoa Joe.
Bro,
sorry, what were you going to say?
You left out the best part of this match. Good old JR was here on commentary, Daddy.
Right, but it was people. He had to apologize.
I know.
Yeah, because he was
Yeah,
sounding rough
man,
and
whatever, bro. Right, it is what it is, bro. Like, so he said he's gonna take some time off, and all that is like, Jim, you need to stop reading Twitter, bro. Who gives a fuck what these marks think? You
no,
know?
I agree with that,
God,
but at the same time, man, when I see him with a black eye and I hear his voice like that, and I'm like, you need to just like I would rather Jim Ross take care of himself. He's blessed me,
yeah,
and
man, but like, fucking,
I don't need
bro,
him falling down trying to get on a plane and giving himself a black eye like he did. I don't need that. I don't
right.
just
But like,
to entertain some fucking marks who don't even appreciate him.
yeah,
Who say
especially the now. Okay, that's
Excalibur's
a good
better.
place.
I'm not. I don't need to see that, Jim. Just I love you. Get better. You've blessed me so many years. Thank you. Just get better.
Man, still the highlight of this match that Jim was out here, man, for me. All right, continue.
Yeah, it was great. He should come in
It was
for
great.
he should come in for every Collision main event. That should just be what they do. In the commercial break.
Also, hold on quickly before you get into the shout out to the Cornette face shirt.
Yeah, that guy was shown like 400 times. And also,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And also,
CM Punk was winking at him.
It's really smart by AEW to do this, man. It is really smart. But also, there wasn't like a million fucking shitty backstage segments, man. Yeah, there was lots of great moments. The finish was they clunked it up a bit, but they brought the fans back. The GTS, the pin on Juice. Juice and fucking Jay White are awesome, man. I'm fucking. They're super with me.
Bro.
Joe is great, man, in this match. Like he's always good. He's one of my all times.
Joe and Punk.
Him and Punk, dude. When they got in the ring together, it was just fucking. And
yeah, I agree.
So overall, man, this was great. And yeah, like I said, people saying Punk's scared of Hangman or some shit. He just went toe to toe with Joe.
What, bro?
Joe would tap Hangman the fuck out 5 times over.
Dude, I thought it was awesome to hear a fucking actual hot tag in AEW.
Dude, a hot tag, and also like Kevin Kelly talking about, they've really managed CM Punk's minutes in this matchup, which is good because it's his return matchup, and he hasn't been in there. He's got a little ring rust. Bro, that's how you do sports, man. That's how you fucking minute management, time
Kevin
management. It's real shit. This show, if they keep this up, this is real shit. And how dare these fucking marks go on Twitter and shit on Kevin Kelly? Suck my dick.
He's no Excalibur, but it was really good.
Man, fuck you, dude. It was such a relief to not hear Taz and Excalibur fake being excited for a show.
I can't wait for Wednesday, bro.
Oh my God. Are you really doing this? You're the Dynamite Mark and I'm the fucking Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, that was Collision.
I don't think I could commit to it because of the Young Bucks, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
you're gonna side with the Elite, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yeah, no, I can't.
But yeah, guys, that was Collision. Let us know, like in the comments or wherever the fuck you're listening to this, what you thought about this show. We thought it was fucking great. It was great. Yeah. And yeah, that is I think that's our show for this episode.
I don't think we should do Meltzer stars to this shit.
No, we're not. I was just going to say, fuck Meltzer stars, dude. We're not giving Meltzer
stars. Yeah, does Dave watch this?
No, Dave just shit on this show. He's crying about it, how good it was, because he knows it was the best shit.
Can you bring up his shit?
Apparently on his show, he just was like, it was the most lackadaisical, shitty, half-assed review ever of any of the shows, and it's because he's mad. He's fucking mad that Punk put on a great show, and the ticket sales were 9K, and Dynamite does like, and let me tell you this. I just read this on Twitter before we reviewed this. Also in Toronto, Canada, the Collision, after that show aired, they had not even 2,000 tickets sold. The venue set up for 5,000 tickets. They have less than 100 tickets left. Now, after that Collision aired on TV now in Toronto, they fucking almost sold out. Boom. CM Punk moving tickets, moving needles.
Uh-oh.
Folks, speaking of moving needles.
I thought he doesn't do that.